All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. We are ascending. That means that we have a job to do to achieve ascension. If anything less than that, anything that's impermanent is unsatisfactory. It should not be accepted within your midst. It should not even be perceived. It should not even be lavished or caressed or congratulated. Anything short of ascension and the ways to stay on the path of celibacy should be shunned against. Stop seeking these silly things of the world. I don't care how many of you guys say that having a family is the light of life. It is useless. It's a prison and it's an anchor. There's no person that has ever had a family that has brought true evolutionary change to this world. And I'll stand by that until the day I'm finished. And you all know that too. Let's keep going. All things are not self. Even like in the now, right? Let's continue the sentence. I'm sorry. Let's continue the sentence and then I'm going to analyze. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. In this current point of time, you may be suffering financially. In this current point of time, you may have a cold, right? And you think that, oh, I can't imagine a week from now where I'll be healed or I'll feel more comfortable. But everything changes, right? The things that are not the self, right? These are temporary things. You don't need to identify with these things. Rise, rise, rise. I like this one coming up. The idler who does not exert himself when he should, who though young and strong is full of sloth, with a mind full of vain thoughts, such an indolent man does not find the path to wisdom. What did I tell you? Let's talk about this now. Let's break it down now. So what are they talking about really? Let's talk about it in a contemporary sense. The young men that is enveloped by social media, they keep looking at all these lewd profiles, right? They look at a lot of the adult film content. They have all this energy. They have the strength of mind as youth affords them. And they waste it on these void, bottomless consumptions of energy and force, only to pleasure something that can never be satiated, right? Something that can never be satisfied. They grow up and then they lose energy. They have back problems, they have knee issues, they have joint pains. And then the doctors are swept with this so much, right, these cases, because the majority of the young men don't seek semen retention. They don't seek celibacy. They don't seek ascension. Not even seeking semen retention for ascension's sake, but just for physical health. They get swept with all these cases of young men with all these lame joints, right? Back problems, the neck problems, that they now create these peer back studies. This is the definitive report. When you are 35, you will inevitably have a back problem. Just because 99 of 100 young men that went into the doctor complaining about a back problem were licentious. That's why I say the medical field, you take it with a grain of salt. They talk about the majority, and the average man, which makes up the majority, is weak. They are destitute of physical strength. They have no strength of mind. It doesn't matter what religion they serve. And that is a truth you need to understand totally. Let's keep going. Let a man be watchful of speech. All right, Sombra, you gotta calm down. Well controlled in mind and not commit evil in bodily action. Let him purify these three courses of action and win the path made known by the great sage, as we know, Buddha himself. Be watchful of speech. You will be forced in this world as an individual following semen retention to react to individuals that are not gonna like you eventually, because your energy is speaking before you speak, and then your aura is being cultivated and filled up with this dense, refined, transmuted energy. You will be hated because individuals don't know how to operate in that space. Men, women alike. Kids, they're still curious. They don't have parameters of mind created and designed by the modern world imposed upon them. They'll be a little attracted. Watch your speech. Understand, just take it all in. Pause. All you have to do is just live your life. If people outwardly hate the way you live, although you are following the objective reality, you are being on semen retention, you are saving your sexual force, then that is them. They will have their fates. They have their tunnels of fate. You tried to help. You were kind. You were benevolent, and you were rejected. You have done your part. You're good. The karma's not going to touch you. Wisdom springs from meditation, not meditation of just, like this, like that. That is the antiquated version of meditation. Meditation, how it is that awareness, mindfulness. As you walk with every single step, what makes you mad? What makes you sad? Why is it that being around certain groups of individuals make you act this way? Mindfulness, meditation, it's all this one and the same. You don't need to sit in your house or sit in some goddamn overpriced yoga class learning this primordial art of being mindful. Be on semen retention and just be aware. It's going to require energy that is going to be given to you due to the cultivation and refinery of that sexual force. Natural, logic, use your brains. Having known these two paths of progress and decline, let a man so conduct himself that his wisdom may increase. Cut down the forest, lust. The forest is represented by lust, or lust represents the forest. But not the tree. From the forest springs fear. Having cut down the forest and the underbrush, which is desire, be passionless, O monks. I'm going to tell you something. It's not being passionless. Being on the completely Buddhist path, which is just a singular path, right? Of just being not attached to the world, neither being happy nor sad. It's powerful. What one must do, because there's going to be a suppression on that front, because by seeking to maintain that middle way, you are going to be in pain, right? You're the pain of suppression of that energy, because the energy must be released. It must be expressed. What one must do is transmute that energy, transmute that force, convert that power. Let the anger fuel you. Darth Vader was telling us this from Star Wars. Even in the side of the Jedi Council, they were telling us all of these powerful lessons on how to utilize your energy. Allow anger to drive you, but not in the way of letting anger cloud your judgment. Anger is an energy. Transmute, convert, change, refine that energy and change its form into something useful to you. Allow yourself to feel these states. Deeply change it. Your body, depending on if you go through the physical exercises in real life, you do spiritual exercises, your body is an antenna and a refinery port for spiritual energy, emotional energy. You are the sum, the transmuted result of your emotions. That's some deep stuff. Results, no less, from semen retention. Let's keep going. For so long as the underbrush of desire, even the most subtle of a man towards a woman, is not cut down, his mind is in bondage. Oh, what did I tell you? I told you this. I said this. I said this. I said this. We don't need to read the Dhammapada to know this. The moment you feel pleasure towards a woman and you have not transmuted that energy, you have lost. You are in bondage. You're in jail. You're in prison. You are going to now try to justify, oh, I need to have a family. Oh, I want to have kids. What if I discard the Noble Eightfold Path in order to have families in this physical reality? Maybe that's important too, because at the end of the day, you got to propagate your seed. That's the biological imperative, isn't it? It is a lie. It's true. Actually, no, it's not a lie. It's true to some degree. Having families is a sign, right, of you following your biological imperative. But I'm going to tell you who follows their biological imperative by nature. That's animals, low beings, right, that think with their animalistic nature, people that follow the biological imperative, and not only that hold the biological imperative as some sort of jewel. As Rihanna says, diamonds in the sky. If you hold up reproduction as the most important thing, you have lost. You are in bondage. I say with this, use that energy, like I said in the previous explanation for the previous verse. Transmute that energy. Stop coveting the desire of women, because you will lose. You are in bondage. You will never ascend. You will never grow. For so long, I'm going to read it again. For so long as the underbrush of desire, even the most subtle of a man towards a woman, is not cut down, his mind is in bondage, like the sucking calf to its mother. We know this. Cut off your affection in the manner of a man plucks with his hand the autumn lotus. Right? Cultivate only the path to peace, nirvana, as made known by the Exalted One. Another synonymous pseudonym for the powerful Buddha. Right? Here shall I live during the rains, here in winter and summer. Thus thinks the fool. He does not realize the danger that death might intervene. So you might have these long-term plans, right? Even me, Sombra del Piso. I say I don't want to get married. I say I don't want to have kids. I know for sure that It is an application of energy directly that will enable me to do those things, to perpetuate those things. I know that there's no force on this planet unless there are omega level mutants that could control minds, right? That I will be able to, I will want to have a family. But however, me thinking in long term, thinking that one day I'm going to live here, all I got to do is wait until next summer and I'm going to do this. Life descends upon individuals indiscriminately, without prejudice and without warning. Anything can happen to you at any time. Follow the goddamn path. As a great flood carries away a sleeping village, so death seizes and carries away the man with a clinging mind, doting on his children and the cattle. Man, I'm telling you this. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. You can want families all you want. You can identify with the physical reality all you want. You could hollow the things of this world however long and however passionate you may do it, and however excitingly you may do it. But the truth of the matter is this. Death comes all the same. You will receive your karmic punishment all the same. Just because the majority of individuals in a space, in an ecosystem, in an environment, tell you that having families or having children is a good thing, you are binding yourself to the physical reality. Therefore, you are going to be desperate and aggressive with the doling out of that ever scarce energy, now having to be used to taking care of kids, having to take care of things of the physical, which is perpetual and not uprising or uplifting or enlightening in the slightest, right? And you will have to get your just karmic reward. This is just a reality. It says it right here. As a great flood, we're going to read it again. We've got nothing but gems here. As a great flood carries away a sleeping village, so death seizes and carries away the man with a clinging mind, doting on his children and cattle. You can, I'm telling you, you can covet families and children, all and physical goods and riches all you want. You are, the moment you step into that reality, you step into that vibration, you have to obey the karmic rule. You will have your just desserts. It happens to all souls, even me. The thing is, I'm being a little intelligent. I'm trying to stay on a vibration where I can evade those kind of things and still rise and get enlightened. For him, this is going to get deep. For him who is assailed by death, there is no protection by kinsmen. None there are to save him, no sons, nor fathers, nor relatives. Realizing this fact, let the wise man restrained by morality hasten to clear the path, clearing to nirvana. If you guys needed another second voice, a credible argument as to why families and relationships are completely useless, this is it. Said by the Buddha, the enlightened one, the exalted one, the seeing one, the all-powerful one, himself. He said, when death assails you, whoever is assailed by death, we're not talking about death of the body. That's going to happen to us all. I'm gonna pass away. Most of the individuals, everyone's going to pass away. The thing is, he is talking about a spiritual death, a moral death, right? Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you are assailed by these things because the conditions in your body are not fortified or cultivated enough, or you haven't transmuted anger, wrath, lust, covetousness, greed, avarice, if these things have not been transmuted, and you will start to be assailed by death, because death is a vibration. Because you have those thoughts, right? Those thoughts of wrath, avarice, anger, destruction, violence, that is a vibration, that is an action that you are committing on this reality. Thoughts are physical things, meaning the opposite end must come, and it must be served. The sentence must be carried out. The vacuum must be filled. This is logic. They don't teach us this in school. They only go so far as to teach us about Isaac Newton, which is a clue into how this reality works. Understand that for every action, there's an ultimate, there's an equal and opposite reaction. With that being said, if you have sinned, you're going to be assailed by death. And be careful. And with that being said, that is all I have to say about this chapter, The Path, today. Well, the Dhammapada. If you guys enjoyed that kind of content, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with some peers. Don't ever let this place get you down. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this again, and I'm going to keep saying this until the end of my days here in this physical reality. It doesn't matter what God you serve, whether it be Yahweh, whether it be Allah, whether it be the Trimurti from Hinduism, whether it be whoever. The truth of the matter is this. The only God, right, that you should be very fearful of is action and consequence. And these things will always come to light. We are in a physical reality, right? Or we're in a reality, with parallel planes of the spiritual metaphysical realms, where those rules of action and consequence reign supreme. They have crowns upon crowns upon crowns. They're resplendent with various colors, all colors that are imperceivable to the human eye. They are incredibly strong. They're incredibly magnificent. And their ways, when they say something, it is heard by all ears in the world. There is no escape from karma. There's no escape from action and consequence. Everyone must be doled their just rewards, their deserts. It is reality. You decide to get taken into this world, have children, have kids, have family. Now, because you have fallen into that situation, you want to, now you got to take care of your family. Because you don't have a lot of energy, a lot of spiritual energy, you are not able to perceive what is just enough, what is just content for your family. You seek to now exploit individuals that are ignorant of life in general for your personal selfish gain. And then you have opened up karma to come in and sweep and give you your punishment. This is reality. This is the law. Gentlemen, I tell you, this is a closing statement. I feel like I'm getting stronger abs yelling about this stuff. When you are on semen retention completely and justly, you are saving your seed, you are saving your energy, you are cultivating your sexual force, right? Then that's step number one. When you have passed the point of suppression, you are using that energy and you're now transmuting it. You are suddenly becoming more creative. You're suddenly becoming more physical. You're suddenly becoming much more apt about the emotional states of the individuals around you. Then that's level 2. Level 3, you are not seeking riches. You are not seeking physical gain. You are not seeking homes. You are not seeking these silly things that bind people to this reality. Therefore, having them enact actions that are sinful, binding them to the negative effects of karma. That is level 3. That is the ultimate understanding. It will do you well, gentlemen. It will do you well for you guys to understand this in its totality and complete reverence. This is the only thing that you need to understand. Like, comment, subscribe. And of course, guys, stay radiant. Always stay radiant, resplendent. I shall see you guys in the next video. Woo!